I became a session player because I grew up listening to music on the radio. My favorite music was basically 60s Top 40 radio. I was born in 1958. It was always a dream of mine to move to California, and it was one of the 2 or 3 places in America where records were being made. I fell in love with all the guys who were, I would take vinyl records like we all did, open them up, look at all the credits. I mean, there were credits for everything, credits song by song. Started seeing all the names, and I thought to myself, God, that's what I want to do. Then after I was here for 2 years, I got to play on Bon Jovi's first record. I was in New York working with Rick Springfield. That was another gig that I got. I was 23 years old, and I was able to go play on Bon Jovi's Runaway, which he ended up keeping for his first record, and still gets played. I still hear that song a lot. After Rick Springfield, I started doing publishing demos for songwriters. It was pretty grueling. I would go to different studios throughout Hollywood, and there'd be songwriters standing over me arguing about my guitar parts, and I'd have to come up with all this stuff. And I did sometimes 3 of those a day. So every day I would go to 3 different studios and do demos for songwriters. That was in the late 80s. That's where I really got the skills to come up with guitar parts somewhat quickly. So my studio career began in earnest in the 90s. And one of the first things I got to do was a band called Toy Matinee. And that was Patrick Leonard's kind of prog rock art project after he'd had all his success with Madonna. And from that point forward, the studio thing became a very consistent thing. And I was lucky to be living in a place where there was tons of it going on. I got to play with Jeff Porcaro and all of these great other musicians. Dan Huff was active here. I got to do sessions with Dan Huff and with Michael Thompson and Dean Parks and all these great people. All of these people that I had seen, Steve Lukather even, I'd seen these guys' names on vinyl records that I'd grown up listening to, and all of a sudden I was in rooms with them making music. So it was pretty terrific. I spent my whole life, it seems like, being a session player here in LA, but a number of years ago I got excited about web education on the guitar, and so now I have another thing which is growing. I have a lot of members in my master class, and I spend basically all my spare time making filmed content to try and teach other guitar players.